Happening today, the U.S. Supreme Court is set to vote on whether to take up Ghislaine Maxwell's appeal to overturn her federal sex trafficking conviction. She claims an agreement Jeffrey Epstein made with federal authorities that shielded him from prosecution should have covered her as well. Maxwell is serving 20 years in federal prison. Joining us now to discuss this and more, CNN's chief U.S. Supreme Court analyst, Joan Piskupic, and CNN legal analyst, Carrie Cordero. Joan, you first. This Maxwell appeals case is one of hundreds the justices will be making decisions on very soon. What does that say to you in her appeal, and what will we know if the justices take it?
Sure. In fact, they're meeting right now, Wolf, looking at hundreds and hundreds of petitions were filed over the summer. And when I say that they're reviewing them, I'm using the word reviewing actually quite loosely because they get so many that they only actually discuss around their conference table a handful. So we're not sure whether they're going to just dismiss her appeal out of hand the way they do for the vast majority of them, or whether they'll grant it. And just to remind viewers of what it involves, the non-prosecution agreement will test whether it applies to just the Florida district, where Jeffrey Epstein was at the time, or all of the country, because Ghislaine Maxwell was actually prosecuted in New York. And in terms of timing, we could know as soon as the end of this week, or we could know in a couple different weeks, because the justices often will stagger the results of their conference hearing today.
Yeah, good point. Carrie, how do you see the strength of Ghislaine Maxwell's case right now, and how do you expect the justices to rule?
You know, she has a non-frivolous argument when it comes to her claim that the non-prosecution agreement should have covered her. That's because, as Joan was saying, she was prosecuted in a different district. The government is arguing that the use of the words United States in the non-prosecution agreement was what she could, how she was able to be prosecuted, and the Southern District of Florida was saying that it covered anything. And in what actually happened was that she was prosecuted, even though the government says that the Southern District of Florida was the one making the case against her. So she has an argument that other circuits have disagreed about, and so in this particular case, there's what's called the circuit split. And so it's possible that the court will take it up, but there are some unusual circumstances about her particular case in the fact that she wasn't actually a party to the agreement herself.
We'll see how the Supreme Court decides to deal with this.